Hey everybody, Asher here, and welcome back to Stardeus. I just want to start on the home screen here just to let you know, first off, that this is closed alpha. Again, you can see the numbers have changed here on the update. And there is this happy little send feedback button to send feedback to the developer here, which is what I did at the end of last episode. There's all different kinds of things that you can do, and it actually sends over the save file and everything. It's a very impressive system. But I've been told by the developer that the last run we were doing can actually be salvaged based on some bug fixes that he put in there. So we're going to see if that is indeed the case. Where we left off last time on the Life Doc Savage, we had an invader and we had some robots that wanted to do their best, and we're just kind of sitting around. And that's just one of the good things, again, about a game that's in this state, which is we are in alpha. So there are things that are going to work. There are some things that you may expect to work in some instances, but maybe not others. But right now, one of our big issues is that none of our power generators are actually generating power. We have our Bridge of Destiny. We have our computer that's sitting here heating up space. And then we have all of our robots, which are actually all the way over here. And right now, they need to refill. They need to get some other stuff here. I need to destroy this wall, and it looks like what we're trying to do. Let me go ahead and hit the these guys here, because we have different tasks that are available for these buddies here. And right now they're navigating. Navigation failed. Navigation failed. I'm curious to see what happens once we keep the unpause going, because right now we have how many tasks in progress? Haul, refill, refill, seeking relief. So that's different, because if we looked at this last time, it was just combat, and they were all stuck on combat. So let's unpause and see where this goes, because right now we have some hungry robots, and we still need to deconstruct this. We still have this. It's actually, the breach capsule's detached. Did that pirate get bored and just leave? That'd be funny. It's like, I'm here to raid you, and now I'm not, but we will leave this nice parting gift. So that's interesting and exciting. We're going to just obviously resume and see. Okay, we have power booting back up ever so slowly. I think one of the things that I'm a little wary of right now is just our fuel supplies, because we need to have a lot more steel plates than we currently have out and available. So one of the things we're going to do today is try to focus a little bit more on managing our robots' tasks appropriately. Like if we look over, not at the floor panel, can we click on our robot buddy, please? There we go. So we have skills. We've talked about this before. Construction's nice, repair's nice, mining maybe a little bit. But if we manage the worker here, we can set priorities for all the things we want to do. And this is a little different than, say, like RimWorld, where this system seems pretty common to, because we have a up to 9 level of priority, and also we have pretty much just a series set of skills that we can assign individually to people. So we can just click on any of these things. It all works pretty well, but we do want to give things like firefighting and rescuing top dollar here. Since this is one of our level 3 construction bots, we'll put it up here. Demolition, if not recommended to make robots perform demolition work, as they can get stuck in floors removed from beneath them. That's fine. Repairs, we're not going to make you as much of a hauling bot. We want to have recharging as a priority pretty high, because we don't want you to actually run out of stuff here. And then we won't make you a plant robot. Let's actually go to our known beings here. So this is driver Torg. That's fine. Then we can just pretty much click through here. I really do like this system. I think it's interesting. I wonder what the modding scene for this game will do. Oop, didn't mean to close that. Wonder what the modding scene will do with this a little bit, just to streamline this somewhat. But we're going to do kind of the same thing here. We have firefighting. What are your skills? You're really good at repairs, and you're really good at science. So let's make you our repair bot. I'm going to put you at 8. We'll put demolition up a little bit. We'll put recharging up a little bit, and we'll make maintenance okay. So there's our literal construction bot. Mixion, construction, repair, and mining. You know, I'm curious. I'm going to put plants up here just to see what that does. And then we'll keep firefighting up here and rescue up here. Interesting that we don't have fighting as a priority. Your skill is about the same. I'm very... who took cold damage 45 minutes ago? It's... Oh, well... You know, now that we've disassembled that door, if we look at our temperature gauge... Yeah, I can see that not being very pleasant. So, let's stop our love fest here for a second. And let's install a door. And because we really need a door, let's make this the highest priority on the ship. Alright, where were we? People management. People management with robots. So we have people literally popping out of here for out of icicles here. We're gonna make you one of our primary haulers. I find in these kind of games you always kind of need one. So this is fine. Maintenance is probably okay too. We'll see. And we don't have any animals since apparently our pet time with crawlers failed tremendously. So right here, you're just construction. I think you're another good hauling robot. Demolition. We'll give you repairs, but we'll make you let's see here. If we have you as a primary haul bot, you can be kind of a secondary haul bot. So that's okay. And firefighting up and rescue up. And if we have animal tasks, we will default it to you. So that's fine. Particle collector, probably another thing that we need to hook up eventually. At least for now, we have a bunch of raw resources kind of sitting around. And we're not going to worry so much about Clanker's tasks right now, but we do have cleaning as a pretty good skill. Science, repair, construction. Unmanaged worker. You can do stuff with plants. Well, we can't actually change your management at this point. We have someone else out there. So, Bryant Griffith, are you new? Are you naked? We actually do need to figure out the clothing situation. So we have ship controls researching here. Did we research clothes last time? We researched cloning. No, we didn't. Lighting, atmosphere, teleportation, clothing. Good. We can start making some damn clothing here. So, configure it. So let's make some of this. Now, what I want to know is, can we do more than just this one Q thing at a time? Because that'd be nice. And this loom apparently needs some plant fibers. That's carbon. So it's going to be fun if we're like, can we actually do this? One at amount 5. Okay. Why is wheat not growing? It's too cold. And this door needs to actually be connected to the electrical grid. Alright, there we go. So as this grows, and we're actually at 68%, at least it didn't die. That's a plus. Okay, so we're here. We have the disassembler who's not disassembling anything. We have the nutrient extractor that's not nutrient extracting. Not enough plant fiber, so we need to get more of that. You have some open vents that are exchanging oxygen and heat with another area. The areas outside the ship are alright. The atmosphere will keep leaking forever. You can close vents if they are connected to your electricity grid. So let's remember how to do this, because I have a feeling that one of the things we need to deconstruct is this thing. So I'm guessing this is one of the places here. Let's check our gas exchange. So this is probably the room we're talking about, because all the oxygen's just gonna leak out into the giant space hole. But I would like to make like a little bit more of a hallway or pathway. I think one of the better goals here is just to get people, like these guys are all isolated here. Supposedly the lack of taking a shower was a bug. So we do have bio waste here. Toilet details, bio waste accumulation is fine. There was a great question of, do these require water to use, but I don't think so. Alright, so we have meals, we have all this stuff going, we have wheat that's growing, we have coffee that's growing. We haven't researched a coffee maker yet, so we'll get rid of that. So that research is fine. So we need, pretty much what we need to do is get a little bit more everything. Now, one of the things that we want to do is to get the command center up, because I'd like to just move to another area to see how that goes. But let's make sure our electrical grid is back on track. Looks like it is. So our power deficiency is a little bit of a problem. We're now hopefully actually cleaning the solar panels. We know not enough plant fiber. So once we get plants, we'll get there. Or, you know what I love? Just uranium randomly sitting around. Oh, that's it's lovely. We have protein just randomly sitting around. And, I guess we can technically hook you up too, so that way vent is closed. So everybody can kind of build there and have a good time. Apparently, steel plate. So this little graphical thing is just going to be there for a while. Build more charge station, allow more workers to recharge at the same time. I think that's a fair plan. I thought I'd build another charge station over here, but if not... In fact, I'm fairly certain there's one right here. Okay, we're stuck on the E button here. So that's a repair station. That's a charge station. Apparently our robots are fighting over needing to charge due to lots of issues in terms of losing electricity, so that's fair. I think building 2 of those is fine. Anything else we can build that seems interesting? Production, nutrient extractor, grinder, furnace, used for smelting metal ores. We're not really there yet. It's nice to know that it's there. Food production, large plants or mini plant or auto kitchen. We have our computing. I'd like to upgrade that in a little bit. So I think we're good here. I think at this point we can just speed up a little bit. Ideally, if we don't keep going getting the radial menus here. Alright, so air tightness is fine. I still think one of the good things I can do is to start trying to make like a workable hallway to let everybody move around the ship just a little bit. So let's start on that goal. Build more charge stations. Alright. So let's go ahead and build a wall. And we're just gonna drop it right here. And, guess you all need to be shut. Alright. I do like the very drag and drop function for that. Alright, so floor here, floor here. We don't want any holes into space. That's for sure. But I think we're going to be pretty close as long as, we may need to build another oxygen producer. That's something to check and see if we need to research here. Like, we have ship controls. All these things are kind of okay. Propulsions here, atmosphere controls. That was one of the other things I was thinking of. So I think oxygen pump. Can we shift and switch to this? No, we have to research one at a time. And that's just fine. Alright. So we know what we're researching next. It looks like we're moving pretty smoothly towards over here. I guess one of the issues is, okay, this charge station needs power, and this charge station needs power. And you actually need a refill in just a minute. Which means we're going to need to get a lot more steel plates. And it looks like we have a bunch of titanium plates. And we have a few steel plates. Like, we are just going to have to start disassembling more shit here. So let's deconstruct this. Alright. Okay, we're not going to disassemble the water or the chair. But there we go. Let somebody do that. Let's cancel. K to cancel. It's a little hard with how I handle the keyboard here, but it's fine. Cool. Just trying to think out loud because we got a lot of things to do, and more people ever so slowly waking up, and we still need plant materials, which these should get pretty close to there. So let's stop yakking, and it looks like we have enough storage to start research here. So that's good because we need this stuff. Now you can see the tech tree doesn't necessarily expand as far to the right, but once again, we're in alpha, so not as much of an issue, but also things like 128 and 256 for FTL drives. We're clearly going to need to upgrade some of our shit here. And actually, temperature control's fascinating. Okay. Also, and I hate doing this because I was just on it. And I'm like, squirrel, what's weaving? Oh, we already have a loom. Well, that's cool. Alright, so we're generating power. It's all fine. We don't have enough plant fibers. It's all fine. You're sitting by yourself. It's all fine. We still have a dead crawler over here. Can we relocate it to, like, right here? Make it like our little mascot. That's really mean. That crawler didn't ask to be like a murderer. It's just its nature. Alright, so while we're here, let's build devices, and we should have space travel. Bridge controls. Now, where would be a good place for bridge controls? Probably somewhere in the middle, inconveniently located for our ship. So, this area's a little dirty. Let's call this our bridge control land, because we got some batteries. We're actually getting charge on that again. I wonder how long we lasted with our batteries. Now, there's another thing, is that if we try to, like, repair this stuff that's all here, it's not necessarily going to pick up the messes. So we do need to pick up some of that stuff. But we also need to build, just to make sure we don't accidentally, like, vent the air out. So if we build a wall here, and does that cover it? I think it does. So like I said, it's going to be cold walking from point A to point B. So how much does temperature research cost? 8 and 12. So we're going to need to build even more hard disks. As for some reason I know it often happens this way, but I have cats that are just like, hey, we're gonna start attacking again. So we need not too much more. I didn't mean to build 3, but it's fine. You know what I really need? I need one of those big connectors that, like, does 32 here. I think I said that like 5 times already, but it's fine. We can speed this up just a little bit. Getting a little bit of sort of jerkiness back and forth, and I'm thinking that's just something that's probably in the background on my system. But once again, I wouldn't blame anything for, like, it's alpha. Stuff happens. Things aren't always the most efficient here. But we do have CJ, who really likes eating. You are very good at eating. Job type, eating, help. Okay. Job type, sleeping, help. Oh, well, that's because those are placeholders. Can we just keep as job type, eating, help? That would be good for the descriptions here. So we have robots are hauling, research is going. Let's slow it down just a little bit because I think that's making some of the stuff move. Probably takes a lot of memory to have a bunch of shit over here. So what are your managed tasks here? You like to deconstruct. Let's make hauling a little bit of a higher priority. And then for you, that's fine. So that way we can have, instead of both of y'all deconstructing. Now we probably do need to move this as well. Have we not repaired this yet? Y'all, Robos. You're just over here, what? Doing stuff, gathering materials, moving into position. Your repair's at 1 out of 3. Let's make you our repair buddy. Let's see how that goes. Torg. Can we rename Torg? We can. Well, we can rename drone. Driver Torg. Okay, so that's how you do it. Just for future reference, if anybody decides we want to go crazy and start calling names for stuff on this boat. Alright, so here's all these. I guess technically what I can do is, since we have a bunch of titanium sitting around, and let's go ahead and up the priority on this, because we need to start making this stuff work. The forge should actually generate some heat. So if we keep this as kind of like our production area down here. I know you want to keep your computer components cold. Maybe we put the forge up here. But yeah, that'll give us at least something to do with all the titanium. Plus it lets us see kind of what it's all about. So not grinder, furnace. I call it a forge. What happy music in the background? It's almost like we're not on a ship that's been torn in half. Alright. My plan is to move all this stuff into over here and eventually deconstruct this. But we'll get there as we get there. So let's take a look-see here. Temperature still sucks. It's only 18 degrees and then negative a lot. Almost absolute zero in this part of the ship. Then back to 16 degrees. O2 levels, garbage. 19%, 1%, 0%. So, the next thing we need to do is to make this breathable, which means we need atmosphere control, and then we need temperature control, which means we're probably going to need to build some more crap. Alright. Okay, probably don't want to do that one. Because that'll block the pathing. But if we go ahead and do something like electricity, another connector down here. Because y'all are at 7 of 8, then we can go down here and make a few more. Probably means we need to put another connector up here. Okay, we'll just put those 2 by 2. It's fine. Alright, we had a nice happy little shooting star back there too. So this requires construction 4. One question, are you construction 4? No, you're not construction 4 yet. So what can we do to make you be leveling on your construction? Because that's going to be one of our goals to get out of here. Is that we need you building. And I think what that means is that we need to remove all these commands. Really prioritize this. So anything that's building, you need to be building it. We need to power level your skill here, because right now you're not going very high. So what can we do? What can we build that will help your construction thingy here? Because that's 3. That's good. We got these things over here. That's good. We got this over here that still isn't repaired. Atmospheric control research complete. Temperature controls next, assuming we have the memory banks for it. We do. So that's exciting. Breakdown, roaming around. Well, that's rimworldy. You know what? If you just want to have a breakdown sitting in bed, that's fine. So you're hauling materials and you're constructing. Now I want to know here if we can lower your construction ever so slightly and raise your repairs here. Hopefully that makes it so that our other construction robots will actually do their thing. And apparently that's not the case, so we have a lot of hauling things we supposedly need to do. Well, somebody's going to get to construction 4 eventually. See, so like Caliban just leveled up. I did just say that I wanted to have, like, nobody else do stuff here. But I guess what it's going to come down to is how exactly do I want to do this? And I think the number one way is not doors, floors. These require steel plates. Can we do like something that requires something else? Apparently not yet. Now let's build this back out, because we're going to rebuild this corner of the ship here. Kind of give two ways to move around, because I don't want this to necessarily be the living quarters. We want to have separate and discrete rooms, and for some reason some of the stuff don't want to build. Alright. Okay, not what we expected, but it's fine. So I guess one of the questions is, what exactly are you doing? You're hauling. And you are hauling things, even though I've specifically said you probably should be doing construction instead. So that's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to go insane. Someone else is. Alright, so atmosphere controls. We can build those things, right? Oxygen pump. And we have a vent here. Alright. Guess one of my questions is, how much oxygen do we need to oxygenate this ship? We're going to start with 3, and I want to see if the vent over here will actually allow this to work. Because right now, at least it's powered. Okay. So let's speed things up a little bit more. We're day 11. As far as, if this were a Space Haven run, I actually wouldn't feel too bad about it, but let's change the priority here. So up, 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 up. This is going to be our priority 9 project. We'll build it once we're able to build it. I just wonder what's going to happen with our construction bot, because clearly there's other things we have to do. I don't know if deconstructing actually builds construction experience. If it does, then somebody else is going to have a grand old time, because right now you are idle and you're gathering materials, and all right, let's do this again. Managing the worker, recharging. So maintenance. All right, we're gonna drop the maintenance thing here. All right, and let's give one of these lower level buddies here some more maintenance tasks. That's fine. So everybody's trying to do some good work. We don't have plant material yet, but these things are growing. Grows at -10. Can we harvest this now? It's like, I just want to see what this does, because if this gives us some plant material, that'd be great. Alright, you're like, oh, I have something to do. What's going on here? Oh, that's not who we're talking about. Alright, so clankers. And there's your plant fibers. Apparently only 1 plant fiber. We need how many plant fibers to build a shirt? Somebody's hauling ingredients. Alright, let's see here. Only requires a plant fiber. Okay. So soon we should be able to get some clothes here. We're going for female clothes apparently first, because Clankers has been running around a little bit too long with nothing on. It's fine. So let's see. Move you over here. Move you over here. Okay, so how's our electricity doing? Apparently I can drag these off the map really well. But our electricity, our power output's about the same. We're probably going to start using a little bit more temperature, especially now that we have heaters and heat sinks and stuff. So let's start building that. Alright, so 1 space heater. And like I said, I just wanted to, let's not put the heaters next to the oxygen tanks, though. That's usually a good way to spell disaster in space. Alright. So you're connected. You're connected. You're also connected. And you're connected. So we'll see what the O2 levels do here in just a bit, because I'd love, because this is enclosed, to not have to worry about it as much, but you never know. And like I said, I want to see if this vent here is going to be good enough, because right now we can force the vent open, kind of see where that spreads. Alright, so there's a heater. You get a heater. You also get a heater. This heater too. Alright, so... And we're trying to warm it up. Like these 2 heaters are enough to do it in this room. I kind of want to move... kind of want to relocate you just to see what happens. Because before we moved a heater here because there just wasn't enough, like, room. But maybe now that this is all, like, enclosed space... Although this is a really, really long area of Spaceship. But this is very slowly getting heated up, so we'll see how that goes. Okie dokie. We're sitting here on no research. And that probably needs to change. Propulsion seems like a good thing. Advanced energy seems like a good thing. Can we do computers? Advanced computing takes 24. We can barely do that. We probably need a communicator first. But let's do advanced computing just because it's going to take electricity to... this is going to take a while. Communicating lets us talk with other spaceships, and we do have some stuff around here. But, oh man, you know what we're going to have to do? We've been relying on microchips that are laying around. We're going to have to, like, actually start making microchips soon, aren't we? Let's do communication first. Alright, so something's not configured. It's you. Processor setting. And then wake up from stasis. We got another human being. All right. So storage, undamaged, fully constructed. No processable items. Well, that's fascinating. Let's look at the codex real quick. Blast furnace used for smelting metal ores and the usable materials. Alright. Well, this is here apparently for when we can start to use it. I guess we'll figure that out in just a little bit. Like, I'm curious, if we go back to the research screen real quick. If we don't know how to make microchips yet, there's got to be a way to do it. Alright. I like that we have advanced furniture. Advanced energy, switch, this thing. It's another one that we could research. Alright. And this is one of the... Oh, we can actually build another stasis array, but why would we want to? Manufacturing. Okay, crafted in an assembler. Huh. Well, I guess we need to build an assembler. We can't until we research it. Okay, this one's definitely next. So microchip, battery cell, and assembler. Then maybe we did a wrong and we went for the blast furnace here. Well, we have the furnace. I guess technically we can just disconnect it for now because we don't really need it yet, which is exactly what I was saying. How do we do this again? Okay, disconnect. So congratulations, you were building practice for other things. Searching for clothing, ground worker could not reach required material. Check if workers here. So, first off, you're not dying so much from temperature, although the temperature is still going up. It's taking its dear sweet time. The oxygen levels are actually high enough. So look at that. We have a connected snake of a ship. We're not going to talk about what happened in this room, but we have a connected portion of the ship one way to the other. So as long as we can get the heat on, that would be great. So something still says not enough plant fiber. But it looks like we're trying. We got female clothes just sitting here. And somebody's actually taking a dump. So I think what that means we need to do, now that we're here, is that we really need to just go to town on the whole plant production thing. We're getting short on steel plate. Deconstruct something, get more. You can inspect any object to see what resource it contains. Alright, so we kind of knew that was coming. Got a grinder. That's not what we want. We want food production. Okay, large planter and mini planter. That seems fine. That also seems fine. That also seems fine. Alright. Alright, so what has steel plates in you? Steel plate, steel plate, steel plate. So if these are all steel plates, and these are all steel plates, and these are all titanium plates, well, I guess we start with deconstructing this shit. Because last thing we want is to run out of power just because of this stuff. But that's where I know I'm on a clock. And that eventually we are going to have to get moving on stuff. So let's put the water jug right here. Seems like a terrible idea, but it works. And then we're just going to hopefully do some good old-fashioned agriculture, which once again, this requires steel plates. More importantly, it requires soil. How are we going to get soil? If that's something we got to get from, like, another place, that's all the more reason to try to move it here. And this has to be attached outside, doesn't it? Maybe? Requires ability to fly. Yeah, we're not going to relocate that right now. Yeah, I'll tell you what else I should do here. Just because this is one of our points of entry and exit. Let's see here. That's, those were both vents. Alright. We put this right here. I guess technically we can rebuild this with this. I just don't want to make a giant hole in space, so we'll do it like that. Let's okay, not doors. Walls are good. That wasn't really what I wanted to do, but that's fine. It's all okay. Nothing broken, nothing lost. We just want to make sure that as we're going in and out that everything's going okay. Took malnutrition damage. Well, maybe you should stop starving. We should have food here. We have coffee that's growing. We have wheat that's growing. We're still cooking meals, right? Like, you're taking malnutrition damage, and yet there's damage right here. We have bio waste. Is that what we turn into fuel? We have rock. Maybe we can break that down. You need to be hooked up to the power. So that would be nice. But yeah, temperature's okay, right? Like -12, -6. It's not the best for some of these places, so we're kind of seeing how this heat structure is going to have to stretch out, especially with our very, very open floor plan. I almost wonder if it would be worth my time to just build another thing here, and I think the answer is yes. Ooh. I was just checking to see if the color of the walls had any different ingredient cost, but it does not. And we need more steel plates. Okay, that's still not configured, we know. Incoming storage capsule. Well, we know that storage capsules are scary, scary things. That's a reinforced floor. Storage capsule. Once again, can we see what's inside it? No. So we're going to leave that storage capsule there. It's obviously isolated. And I think this means we're going to need some more beds in a little bit. So it looks like we can't build large planters at this point. And we want the robots to only be entering and exiting from like right here. So we need this wall upgraded. Alright, insanity. Oh boy. Brian Griffin, an unmanaged worker who is going insane. Hey, going insane. Roaming. That's fine. What's recent events? Sleep was interrupted. No coffee. Actually insane. Okay, well, this is where I did say before we need to start making some discrete bedrooms for people. So maybe we do that in a little bit. But for now, I think number one thing here is to make some more beds. So we have steel bed or wooden bed. I'm going to do steel beds because right now that's just what we have. I'm sorry that, like, the floor's littered with blood, but that's just the way it's going to be. So this is a bedroom that everybody's passing through. It's fine. So let's check and make sure here. Temperature, not great in here. Oxygen, not great in here. Probably means we need to put a vent in here. Or, you know, I could just deconstruct all these. Let's see how this goes. Because maybe this means we don't need it. We have a lit floor under a wall. How useful is that? And we have a door. Like I said, the power force fields are supposed to not let things pass through. Oh, we got bridge controls. Apparently somebody got construction level 4. And I kind of want to know, is it one of our colonists or is it one of our robots? It's one of our robots! Oh, I told you before, it wouldn't be the one that I thought it was planning. But congratulations. We may actually be able to go to space soon. Granted, I still want to build a communications thing. So I think a communicator would be really good to, like, build next to the bridge over here. Let's see, what's this? Energy node, ignition point, relocate. Open star map. We have been connected we have to be connected to bridge controls to have access to the star map. Well, we have connected the bridge controls. Click star map overlay to open the star map. Alright, that's right here. We're getting tutorialed. Alright. So here's us. We're going to slow it down for just a second. So, we're next to 0. We're next to Gersand, and if we keep zooming out, okay. Okay, this is the world opening up a little bit. So I wonder, like, how far we can go. But this is, we haven't identified. I think maybe we want to go to 0 because it's bigger and near other stuff. But let's see, we have Clint Kelly, Nora Henry Moore, Chilgav. Yeah, let's go to 0. That seems fine. So let's travel here. Ship is currently not operational due to the following reasons. Ship forward direction is not set. You have to set it in the controls overlay. The forward direction is east. All right. So we have interplanetary flight. Ship flight is ready. Let's go to the star map again. 0, travel here. Distance 2.1 million kilometers. You will be notified upon arrival. So look at that. We're a little bit sooner than I expected, but we got our can't talk. Got our happy little space engines. We got our happy little, you will never know what's in that storage capsule, y'all. Let's see here. Temperature's not great, but adequate. Once again, temperature a little better up here. Maybe we build one more space heater. Alright. But yeah, we have the humans helping the robots now. It's all very nice. Although I do wonder sometimes, since we're accelerating to another place, and these robots are just flying around in space, what's the problem going to be? And of course, my other question is, how long is this travel going to take? We can't exit the system yet, I don't think. So, but hey, we're moving. And I'm trying to right-click to get out of here. And but you can see our position is going, our heading's this way. Velocity vector is fine. Ship is accelerating. Ship log. Enter something. Okay, that's fine. I'm excited. It's like we have all this random crap floating around everywhere, but it is tethered to our ship, maybe, or did it actually get thrust up against the wall here because we can't have it floating in space, which would actually make a lot of sense. Now I wonder if I could grind this rock into soil. You know, let's build a grinder and find out. Alright, so that's there, that's there. We got all of our production crap over here. Okay. We'll just put it right here for now, that's fine. Because we honestly need to build a lot more walls. And then probably another airlock. Oh wow, I totally forgot to we have another incoming storage capsule. That's gonna be a no for me, dog. I just said that out loud. What am I looking for? We want another airlock. So this is gonna be part of the ship proper. This might be too. But a lot of this other stuff, we just want to give the robots a more convenient place to do this with. So we almost have 5 of 5, and then we can do male clothing. And we need to put another airlock right here, don't we? Alright. Okay, no research. That needs to change. Definitely start manufacturing. Like, teleportation we'll need once we get communications up. I built a communicator, right? Hey, y'all. Our ship just exploded and we're traveling through space. We did not build a communicator. Task rejected. None of your workers has enough skill for this task. So we need level 6. They can level up a work easier task type if you train them in the ML booth, whatever that is. That's knowledge that I can learn later. But anyway, I think we're at about closing time for this episode. So let's just watch the star map here again. It's going to be a little bit before we get to 0. But I'm excited that we have places to go. How do I need to see how to get out of the star map without pressing escape because... Oh, close star map. Okay, cool. Because we do have this shuttle right here that has still not been repaired. But I think this is going to be a great place for the shuttle, like right here. So let's do that. Alright. Yeah, I definitely need to upgrade my electrical infrastructure. I'd really like to not just have 8 connections everywhere, but it's cool. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. This is Asher. As once again, want to thank the developer for very quick feedback, very quick fixes, always popping into the comment section is also nice. But you can see here that we are just moving right along. We keep deconstructing shit and recannibalizing it into a new part of the ship. And so eventually our goal is going to be to progress and move onward and see just how far we can go in outer space. I do want to see here though, settings, auto haul processing, storage. Let's try this. If we have, and like I said, I keep thinking of things to do. But like if we have all these, that's more rock. It would be nice to double click and select all the rocks on the screen, but we also have a process command, so could always just do it that way. Because I'm curious about what exactly the processor is going to do. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. 10 kilowatts. I think we're having electrical problems again. Yes, we are. Okay, so always more things to do. Before I forget, I'm going to build just 2 or 3 more matter reactors, because that's what we have right now. And in fact, we can throw some matter reactors in here. So I knew we'd be running electrical deficit soon, but this is fine. So this is Asher with more, I almost said another game. Oh no, the shower's out of power. That's terrible. That's worse than losing hot water, is losing the electricity here entirely. But that'll do it for this one with Stardeus. We will do this again soon. Like I said, it's just really great to see, even though we're in alpha, just the level of pointed development where it takes a certain set of skills to look at somebody else playing something from the outside looking in and saying, hey, I can fix that. Hey, I can do that. So keep up the good work. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And next time we're going to be visiting, hopefully, ideally, we're going to be visiting a planet and getting more resources from them so that we can stop worrying about cannibalizing our ship and then wondering what the hell we're doing. So hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.